Football has a way of uniting nations, building pride, and delivering drama in every corner of the world. International matches carry a unique intensity because when players step onto the pitch, they don't just play for themselves, they represent an entire country, its people, and its dreams. Every fixture in these qualifiers and friendly battles tells a story. Smaller nations look to test themselves against the giants, while established powerhouses aim to prove their dominance. Some matches are tactical chess games, while others explode with emotion and energy. This week, we turn our attention to 5 exciting fixtures featuring Djibouti, Egypt, Mauritius, Cameroon, Ethiopia, Guinea-Bissau, Central Africa, Ghana, Tanzania, and Zambia. These aren't just games on paper, they're contests of pride, mentality, and the will to win. And today, we'll walk through each one with predicted correct scores and realistic outcomes, giving fans a clear picture of what to expect. Djibouti vs Egypt. Correct score, 0-2. Outcome, Egypt win or over 1.5 goals. This fixture represents 2 very different footballing realities. Djibouti, still developing on the international stage, will rely heavily on defensive shape and determination to stay in the game. For them, the match is about resilience, proving they can compete, and using the opportunity to learn. On the other hand, Egypt come into this contest as one of Africa's most established football nations. Their structure, discipline, and big match experience mean they know how to approach games like this. Expect them to control possession, patiently move the ball, and wait for the right moments to strike. A 0-2 victory feels like the perfect reflection of how this game should play out. Djibouti may hold firm early on, but over 90 minutes, Egypt's quality will shine through. For safety, the market of over 1.5 goals works well, because it's hard to see Egypt not scoring at least twice. Mauritius vs Cameroon. Correct score, 0-1. Outcome, Cameroon win. Mauritius will step onto the field with pride, supported by their home fans, and determined to make life as difficult as possible. They may sit deep, pack the midfield, and look for rare counter-attacking opportunities. For them, the challenge is about staying organized and giving themselves a chance to stay in the game until late on. Cameroon, however, bring with them years of experience, a strong mentality, and the ability to win even when playing below their best. Games like this are often not about style but about efficiency. Cameroon should have enough control to dictate the pace, create the better chances, and eventually find the breakthrough. A 0-1 scoreline looks likely because Mauritius can frustrate and defend in numbers, but Cameroon's class should ensure they leave with the win. It may not be a big margin, but in qualification football, 3 points matter more than the number of goals. Ethiopia vs Guinea-Bissau. Correct score, 1-0. Outcome, Ethiopia win or draw. This fixture is intriguing because Ethiopia, when playing at home, are often a different team. The altitude, the crowd, and the confidence of being on familiar ground make them a tough side to break down. Expect them to come out motivated, pressing high when possible, and playing with energy that reflects the passion of their fans. Guinea-Bissau, however, are no strangers to difficult away trips. They will approach this game with caution, aiming to stay compact and waiting for chances to counter. But Ethiopia's determination and home strength could be the deciding factors. A 1-0 win feels realistic, with Ethiopia perhaps finding the goal in the second half and then protecting it with everything they have. However, the safer prediction here is Ethiopia win or draw, because Guinea-Bissau are capable of grinding out results. Still, Ethiopia's home advantage makes them favourites to edge it. Central Africa vs Ghana. Correct score, 0-1. Outcome, Ghana win or draw. For Central Africa, this match is about testing themselves against one of the biggest names in African football. Their plan will likely focus on organization, keeping numbers behind the ball, and making it hard for Ghana to play freely. Expect them to fight for every ball, commit to challenges, and show resilience throughout. Ghana, on the other hand, are experienced in navigating fixtures like this. They won't panic if things stay level for long stretches, because they know one goal can decide the outcome. Their approach will be professional and measured, Dominate the ball, stay disciplined, and wait for the right opening. A 0-1 scoreline reflects this perfectly, a match where Ghana don't overwhelm their opponent with goals, but instead win through patience and efficiency. For safety, Ghana win or draw is a smart outcome, but a narrow away victory looks very possible. Tanzania vs Zambia. Correct score, 1-0. Outcome, Tanzania win or draw. This is perhaps the most balanced of the 5 fixtures. Tanzania, with their fans behind them, will see this as a chance to make a statement. At home, they play with greater confidence, pushing forward and looking to take control of the game. Their discipline and determination often give them the edge in tight encounters. Zambia are strong opponents, however, and they know how to handle pressure. They'll try to stay compact, disrupt Tanzania's rhythm, and use their pace on the counter to create chances. But Tanzania's home advantage, combined with the intensity they'll bring, could tilt the scales in their favor. A 1-0 win for Tanzania feels like the right call, with a single goal making the difference in what should be a very tight game. The safer outcome is to win or draw because Zambia can never be underestimated, but Tanzania's edge at home cannot be ignored. And that completes our international predictions. From Egypt's expected 0-2 victory, to Cameroon's steady 0-1 win, Ethiopia's potential 1-0 home triumph, Ghana's patient 0-1 away result, and Tanzania's narrow 1-0 edge, these fixtures highlight everything that makes international football so fascinating. Every match tells its own story, with drama, resilience, and national pride at stake. Fans across the continent will be watching closely, celebrating goals, holding their breath in tense moments, and living every second of the action. So to the supporters everywhere, keep the passion alive, stand behind your teams, and enjoy the beauty of the game. Because in football, anything can happen, but today, we've mapped out how it just might unfold.